I think I know why so many young men feel lost in life. You know, the youth, especially, as implied in the beginning already. There's no roadmap. There's not really a roadmap. You know, when you're young, we're so used to being told what to do. We're given planners, subjects. You have some form of roadmap of what we're going to do on the day. Usually it's about 5 subjects and maybe a break or two. One in the morning and obviously one in the evening, which would be lunch break. With the exception also being after school period. Well, I know there's many names to that, but whatever name it be to your school. Point applies, you have a roadmap, things to do, things to conquer, to eventually, go about your day for at least that period of time. And we're used to that. You know, when summer break happens, or any form of holiday break, you know to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to have a break for maybe 1 week, or 2 weeks, 6 weeks. But you know, eventually you're going to go back into school. You're going to go back into that cycle. But in the real world, when you hit about the age of 18, maybe some 21 for some of you guys, that goes out the window. Because you're exposed to the real world just like our parents. And every other adult in the world is. You hear me? So, what that means is, you gotta figure it out yourself. We're so used to being told what to do. You have this subject, go to this class, go to this class. Yeah, but after 18 years old, you kind of have to do it yourself. You need to figure out what career you want. You need to figure out how you want to live your life. And, a hard adjustment that I had to make last year because I turned 18 last year. 19 now, and I found it difficult to cope with because it's a shock to your system. It's one thing hearing about it. When you hit age 18, life changes, it's all you. But it's a totally different thing to be experiencing it in person. Real life experience at this time. It's a shock to the system. And I can see why people feel lost. We weren't given enough time to find our purpose. And you shouldn't be quick to find also. I feel like that all the time. Even now. Sometimes I question myself. I say, where on earth is my life going, God? God, why do I feel so lost? Why do I feel so behind? People my age have jobs, going to universities. Why do I have no job, God? God, why do I feel so inferior? What's going on with me? I don't get it. Why are you doing this to me, God? Why are you slapping me in the face like this? Why do I feel so purposeless? Why do I feel so lost? Why is my purpose not here right now? What you guys don't realize is your purpose right now is to find your purpose. And you may have to go through some shitty days also to find that. Before you find water, you must first find dirt, right? Same applies here. And I understand the pain because I'm going through that pain right now. Right? And it's during these times, especially during the winter, it's September now, September the 2nd, this is the period where things start to get a lot more darker, So that kind of adds to that mood you're feeling, I'd imagine. No, not imagine. I know, because I'm going through that. It kind of emphasizes this feeling of emptiness in a way. Isolation. Loneliness. I don't know what it is. It has many names. But just a feeling of uncertainty, insecurity in yourself. Because you don't truly know who you are yet. Especially when you're in the early teenagers. I thought I knew everything about myself. I have a long way to go. I've realized that so recently, man. I thought when I was like 16, 17, when I was still in high school, I was like, oh yeah, I know myself. I actually really don't, man. I don't know what's out there. I actually barely know who I am. Don't get me wrong. I'm carving the identity every single day. But it's during that section, the in-between part. Bridging the gap from where you are and where you want to be. It's that in-between part where the answers aren't truly there yet. You don't really know what you're gonna do. You don't really know your career. You don't know your life projection. You don't know just everything. You may think you're okay with these people and that you're made for these people, but you don't know the people from the other side whose personalities are actually tailored to the real you. You may be chilling around fake people. Let's talk about myself now. When I was a teenager, I guess you could say kid also, I realized how childish my standards were. In many contexts, you know? Let's say women, for instance. If you were to ask me, from about the ages of, let's say, 5 years old to, let's say, perhaps 15, golden, what's the type of woman? I would have just said, big breasts, big tits, big ass, big waist, big face. Now, when I'm looking for my woman, do I still decide that? Yes, absolutely, it's attractive. But the issue found in the answers there that I made, or that I would have made as a child or teenager, purely only focusing on physical appearance. I was very carnal. I didn't even follow God like that. I would say I love God. Life didn't reflect it. Hence why I had those values. It's the mental. Mental means so much, guys. That's just one example. If you were to ask me now, I would still say I want those physical things. I'm not denying that. It's attractive. I like it. However, spirit as well. You need to believe in God. Good soul, good spirit. Because there's a lot of gorgeous women out here who don't have that faith in God, that love for God. And their life reflects it. And let's just say it doesn't end well long term. But there's the other side of the coin. The ones who trust and believe in God and live every day and move in accordance to that. They don't have all the answers straight away. They really don't. They don't have all the answers They don't have all the answers. They really don't. But we take one step forward to keep moving every day. To find ourselves and become a better person. So if you feel lost in life, everyone feels lost. But you're with yourself every day. Your life is first person narrative, always has been since the date of your birth. Ever since you came out the womb, bro. And you're with yourself 24/7. 24/7. So no wonder you feel lonely. Well, you feel as though you're the only one that feels lonely. Every single one is battling the same thing. I just want to tell you that. To know that you're not alone. Everyone goes through that. Especially when you're in your late 20s. No. Especially when you're in your late teens, going into your 20s, you haven't formed your identity, you don't know where your life is going. I feel like that right now. Sometimes, man, I just have to breathe. I just have to sit down, turn off the phone, I look in the sky, I just pray to God, man. I talk to him. Sometimes I just stare at the wall. Bro, sometimes I just be in my bed. Phone off, do not disturb. Hands behind my head, staring at the ceiling. Just visualizing what life can be. I don't know, maybe you're in a poor situation. Maybe you're in a crappy 9-to-5 job that you really hate. We can change that, man. And one thing I do to lift myself up, I always visualize what life could be. Like, I don't need to be walking to an office every single day. It's not gonna happen forever. It will pass. Your pain will pass. And you will find meaning in your life. You will. This tough journey is to show you something. This tough journey is to show who you are. This tough journey that me and you both hate right now in our lives will be our biggest testimony and part of our success story. We hate it right now. It's gritty. It sucks. It feels painful. It doesn't smell good either. It's horrible. I know. Believe me. That's going to be part of our success story. Every success story, most at least, had a rough beginning. And this is your rough beginning. This is my rough beginning too. So buckle up. It's going to be a long journey. Realize that you're not alone. There are many other people out there feeling that same loneliness that you are. We're starting out, we don't really know where we're going in our lives. We're not the finished products, we're not the finished article, but we're doing our best every day, taking one step at a time to fulfill our purpose in life that God has bestowed on us all. So when the day of judgment comes, He can judge us all. And the way we live, depending on how we live, the morals we choose, we have the free will to do good or bad. Depending on our actions now will determine whether we can reach the kingdom of heaven or suffer for eternity in the lake of fire. I don't know about you, but the bottom one doesn't look too nice. The clouds look promising. I want to go up there. Many are called, few are chosen, right? It's harder to get to heaven than it is to hell. That's a story for another time, but if you feel lonely, you have to seek God first. No materialistic thing will fill this void you have in your heart, whether it be women, sex, money, drugs, success, online. It needs to be God. It needs to be God first. Then everything else can come later as a byproduct. But it starts with you, the inside. You and God, you and the Lord relationship. I'm telling you, man. Keep your head up. Got this. Blippers. But when you're in the real world, when you pass the age of 18, maybe I'm gonna cut that out. But when you enter the real world, when you hit about the age of 18,